Hello, everybody. My name is Edwin Navarro. Today we'll be talking about Mohammed bin Nasser al. Mohammed, a retired Saudi teacher in his mid-50s, was initially sentenced to death by Saudi Arabia's counterterrorism court solely for peaceful social media posts on X, formerly known as Twitter, and YouTube. His posts criticized the crown prince and foreign policy and called these paid clerics. The death penalty was eventually overturned, but he was resentenced to 30 years in prison. This extreme punishment for expressing nonviolent opinions online essentially equates to a life sentence of man for his age, stripping him of his retirement freedom for the remainder of his life. This is a picture of Mr. Mohammed. Whenever you have time, could you please come to the LRC and fill out his
Petition.
petition, I'm sorry, petition, so we can go ahead and ask for his freedom. And then now this next person I'll be talking about would be Yashar Seal Helaiti. Yashar, a 27-year-old Uyghur rapper, was detained on August of 2023 and charged with, and I quote, promoting extremism for his online music and ownership of Uyghur language books. This young man's life as an artist has been put on hold as he faces a punishment simply for trying to express his culture and identity through his song, essentially being criminalized for his heritage and peaceful artistic expression. Once again, this is a picture of Yashar. Whenever you have time, please come down to the LRC second court to fill out the petition. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Diana Serrano, and I'll be talking about Sai Saw Hike. He's a photojournalist. He got sentenced for 20 years in prison with hard labor in Myanmar just for reporting on the cyclone Mocha in 2023. He was arrested, beaten, and put on trial by the military after secretly taking pictures of the cyclone's damage. The news company he worked for was branded after the military took over the country in 2021. If y'all want to, come please sign the petition at LRC technical. And then I would also be talking about Sonia Dahmin, a 59-year-old lawyer and TV personality from Tunisia. She has been locked up since May 11th, 2024. She's facing 5 different legal cases just because she spoke out against the government about racism, migration, and bad prison conditions. Sonia is being punished for peacefully sharing her opinions about human rights and politics. Feel free to sign the petition here at the LRC.
Hello, my name is Jocelyn Perez, and I will be going over Mark, excuse me for my pronunciation of his last name, but Kistelman. A 28-year-old transgender male is an LGBTQI activist and was arrested, then sentenced to a 12-year sentence. He was under the charges of expressing anti-war views after donating $10 to a Ukrainian bank. This was viewed politically as high treason. Mark is imprisoned in a women's colony, is forced to wear women's clothing, and is ultimately denied of his gender affirming treatment. To elaborate, this means medical treatments that uses hormones to help transgender individuals align their physical characteristics with their gender. Mark before was already fined and arrested for his anti-war picket. He was known to others to criticize Russia on their invasion of Ukraine on social media. Yet remember, his sentencing takes place against LGBTQI rights. If you want to sign a petition for Mark, who has to face harsh, depressing conditions in a place he doesn't feel comfortable with, please come to the second floor of the LRC. Right here. Okay, and I will be going over Allah Abdel Fattah. He, after a series of bad news, we do have good news that this man was released after um, after being wrongly prosecuted. Abdel Fattah was released just last month on September 22nd, 2025, being 43 years old, a British Egyptian technologist, another leading voice of Egypt's revolution. In 2021, he was sentenced to 5 years in prison for spreading false news after social media posts. His sentence legally ended September 29th of 2024, but authorities refused to release him. But, however, he was just released. Our work of petitions and bringing light to the matters does make a world of a difference. If you would like to support and come sign these petitions, that would be awesome. Thank you. So What this is, it's a campaign with Amnesty International for our Red Book Week. So another thing that I wanted to bring awareness was protecting student rights, which is shown within the US, freedom of speech, which is being restricted currently. All these cases that my previous members were talking about are other cases that are happening with other countries, but this is a case that's happening in America, where if you go over here, at this table, there's a petition, there's bookmarks, there's even a competition. So basically what this is about is urging our Department of Homeland Security to stop revoking the visas of foreign students and cease targeting these students with repression, detention, and potential deportation for either their activities of protest for speaking out for Palestinian rights and against the ongoing war crimes and genocide in the occupied Gaza Strip, or due to their backgrounds. And with these tactics, it summarizes that revocation of individuals' immigration status demonstrate a complete lack of respect for their human rights of expression, peaceful assembly, due process, and to be free from discrimination. And I would like everybody to take the time out of their day to either sign any of these petitions in these people's cases and even learn something. And that's all. Thank you.
Nobody's cameraman, nobody's cameraman. Who's on it?